Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host Ishita, and in today's video we are going to learn about a sentence. You must be confused. What is she saying? A sentence? Does it even need to be understood? Yes, apparently yes, because you speak English all the time and you have that sentence in front of you, like I'm speaking so many sentences. But what is that part in the sentence that we are talking about? Alright, so in a sentence, we always talk about predicate and subject and object and verb. It's so confusing. Don't confuse yourself and don't be perplexed. I'll be helping you out in this video and I hope you have subscribed to my channel. If not, just go there and press that red button right now and subscribe to my channel. Also like the video, give it a thumbs up, come on guys, and share it with your friends. Okay, without further delay, we are going to start with the video. Alright, so when we talk about a sentence, it's pretty easy to recognize what a sentence would contain. It would contain a subject and a predicate. Two things that I talked about. There are two things that we are talking about in the video. One is the subject and one is the predicate. So if these two things are clear to you, you're good to go and you can form any sentence and you can recognize any sentence. We're not talking about the kinds of sentences. We are talking about in a sentence, no matter what the kind is, what will it include? Okay, so keep on watching the video till the end and I'm going to give you a full on description of subject and predicate, complete subject and complete predicate, and what does a predicate include. It's a very simple and basic video to improve your basics. Keep on watching till the end and please subscribe and like the video, share it with your friends. Alright, so when you talk about a sentence, what comes to your mind? What comes to my mind is that I must speak a grammatically correct sentence. That's absolutely true. That should be the case. But what will a sentence include? That is what you need to remember, and that is what I'm going to tell you today. Okay, I'm not going to beat about the bush anymore. So if the question is raised, what is a sentence? A sentence can be called a sentence when it contains subject and predicate. So when the sentence will contain a subject and a predicate, it can be called as a sentence. Okay, now what's a subject and what's a predicate? First, let's simple it out. I said what's a sentence. Then I told that a sentence would include a subject and predicate. These are your two things, subject and predicate. And we are going to discuss about how this is a subject and how this is a predicate. Alright, these two things that you need to remember on your fingertips. I have been talking about the fingertips in my every video. Just remember everything on your fingers and you're good to go. Sentence will only contain two things, subject and a predicate. So let's talk about subject first. In any sentence, a subject is must have. You can't call a sentence if the subject is missing over there. So, subject means the doer of the sentence. Doer of the sentence, meaning a person or whatever you are talking about is doing an action, is performing an action. That's your subject. In some of the cases, the subject might be hidden. Okay, like in imperative cases, imperative sentences, the subject might be hidden. When I say shut up, and you think about what's the subject here. So the subject is hidden there. I'll talk about that. So I'm not going to confuse you what's the subject there, but I'm just going to talk about the subject, those are visible. So in a simple sentence like he is running. He is running. Over here, there should be a subject and there should be a predicate to be called as a sentence. To be called as a sentence. Okay, so let's see what it says. He is running. I have taken a very simple sentence because only simple things can make your concepts crystal clear. Now, when you want to know a subject, you can ask the question who if it's a person, and you can ask the question what if it's a thing. Who is running? Who is running? And what's the answer that you get? Think about it and comment down below if you know the answer. When I asked the question who is running, I got the answer he. H-E, he. So did you get your answer? Yes, right there. That's your subject. Okay, anyone who's performing the action in the sentence is your subject. I hope I'm making myself clear. If you have any queries, please post them in the comment section, like the video and subscribe to my channel, and keep watching the video till then. I have not completed yet. Okay, now I was talking about predicate. Now what is this predicate? Why is it pestering me? Okay, I'll make it simple. So when you talk about a predicate, you need to remember that predicate will always include verb. It will always include a verb, which when you were in younger classes, smaller classes, you were told action words are called verbs. So these verbs are the actions that the doer is performing, that your subject is performing. Okay, I'll make it simple now. Okay, I'm just going to cut it short and make it simple. He is running. Who is running? He. So what's the answer that you get? He. So that's your subject. But what about the predicate? What about he? What's the question that you're going to ask? What about he? And what's the answer? Is running. Is running. So that's your predicate. Predicate includes verb. Predicate includes verb plus object. Now what's a verb? Action words. Okay, and what's the object? Object means, to make it very simple for you, object simply means the leftover part of the sentence. Like he is running is complete. He is the subject, is running is the verb, and if the sentence contains the subject and the verb, it's complete. Do remember that predicate means verb plus object. The object is optional. Okay, the object is optional. It's not necessary that you will have an object in a sentence, but verb is essential. Verb has to be there. So I made myself clear about the subject, that the subject is the doer, the performer of the sentence. It also means that what the sentence is talking about or whom the sentence is talking about. That's your subject, which I made absolutely clear. Even if you have any doubts, you seem to, have any kind of problem, just comment down below. I'm good to answer there. Okay, so predicate is another part of the sentence that we were talking about. Predicate will include two things, verb and object. Verb and object. So when you talk about verb, it's essential. A sentence is not complete without a verb. The action has to be there. Even if it's an auxiliary or a helping verb, it's a verb, so the sentence is complete. For example, he is a boy. He is a boy. You would be thinking, what's the action? Nobody's running, sleeping, dancing, eating. That's completely fine. You still have the verb. What's the verb there? The verb is, the helping verb. Okay, so all helping verbs are also verbs, which means that it is a sentence. Yes, it's a complete sentence. All right. What if we are saying that these two parts, subject and verb, are essential? Number one. Number two, that a predicate will include verb and object. Sentence has two parts, subject and predicate. Subject, I have told, it's clear, the doer of the action or about whom the action is. And what about the predicate part? So the predicate is again going to include two things, verb and object. Object is optional. Maybe to add on additional information there, adding the object, but verb is essential. No sentence is complete without a verb. If the verb is not there, the sentence is not there. What if I just tried a glass of water? So it's incomplete. What about it? What about the glass of water? You want to drink, did somebody break it? Did you bring a new glass? What? It's incomplete. So you can't call it a sentence. So a sentence is going to include subject and predicate. Predicate is going to include verb and object. Verb is necessary, object is not necessary. Object is giving you additional information. I said in the beginning, first example was he is running. He is the subject. Is running the whole. Is running the whole. Auxiliary verb plus main verb both are together a complete verb or a complete predicate. Okay. Now, if you are confused between what's the main verb and what's the helping verb, my video is linked down there and you can go and watch and clear your concept about what I'm saying about main and helping verb. Verbs are important to be learned because the English grammar is, on stake if the verb is not there. Alright, so let's continue. Now that was about it, that a sentence will always have two things, subject and predicate. Predicate is going to include another two things, which are verb and object. Verb and object are totally, part of the predicate. But verb is essential and object is optional. He is running in the park. This is your sentence. I have added an extension to it, and that extension is in the park. He is running in the park. Think about it. Ask the question, who is running? Who is running? And what's the answer you get? He. He. So that he is your subject. Now you want to determine about the verb. You're going to ask, what about he? What about he is running? So the answer you get is running in the park. Don't forget that. So that is running in the park is the whole predicate. It is the whole predicate. What if you want to say that you want to bifurcate the verb and the object? So is running is the verb and the leftover part of the sentence. In the park is the object, which is giving you additional information as to where the boy is running, where he is running. Okay, so three things, subject, verb, object. Verb plus object means predicate. I hope I am making it clear. It's not difficult. Okay, it's not difficult. We are just talking about two things, subject and verb. Subject is the doer, verb is the action. And what does the predicate include? It includes both verb and object. Think about it now. Please keep on watching all my videos, clear your concepts, and if you're still confused what's the main verb and auxiliary verb, the link is down below. You can just click the link and you would be guided to the video. Watch it and clear your concepts. Alright, keep on watching all my videos. Give the channel a thumbs up, subscribe, like the video, comment all your queries. Happy to help you all. Take care. Bye-bye.